Hey everybody, it's Kaylin Anderson from Pour Special Events. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not seen any of my previous videos, please head over to my channel, like, subscribe, comment, leave your questions. A lot of the videos that I create come from the questions that I see on the initial videos that I've made. So today I'm going to be batching some videos. I'm going to get into it here. I have lots of different things that I scribbled down in my notebook that have been kind of on my mind the last few weeks as we've begun the 2023 year and we're planning for all of our events for this season. So this first video, I want to talk about company versus a business. And I think this is super important. I was doing some learning, reading, watching videos, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And I came across this idea of a company versus a business. And at first, I didn't quite understand what the difference was. But the explanation was that a company is something that still runs when you're not there. A business cannot. And I thought that was very interesting because for myself, I'm at a time point in my business, my mobile bartending journey, where I'm really trying to get into that company mindset. We're expanding, we're growing our profit margins, we are hiring staff, we are expanding the services that we offer. We're expanding where we travel to based on like venues that we are securing partnerships with and being on their preferred vendor lists. So a lot of things have changed from year one till now. And they're all, for the better, and we're learning and growing. And that's something that I'm sure you'll see in your, whether it's a mobile bartending journey, just a mobile business journey in general, whether it's mobile coffee shop or a boutique or, any of these mobile things that are super exciting right now and can be very, very profitable because of how unique they are. So I just want to talk about company versus a business and kind of what that mindset might look like and how that mindset changes from, just starting out and doing everything yourself. When I first started, I literally was just peddling my services. I would show up. I would bring, the bartending tools that I knew I needed, ice picks and jiggers and your mixing, set and all of that stuff. And now we have trailers and we do mixer packages and we do day of coordinating and we do all sorts of things that I couldn't necessarily do on day one because I didn't have that financial stability. I didn't have that team around me. I didn't have those contacts with the vendors and the venues. So now that we've built all of those things from scratch, now that I've kind of hustled my way through that, which I'm sure all of you are doing or have done at different points in your business or as you're starting this business, I'm switching from that business mindset to a company mindset. And it doesn't just happen overnight. I definitely worked on it a lot over this past season in 2022. We had lots of events where I actually stepped back and I was not the bartender. I was managing. I was getting our scheduling out. I was going ahead and setting up trailers if need be and picking trailers up afterwards. I was really communicating with our clients and making sure they had everything perfectly. And thinking about it now, as much as it is, mentally taxing because you have to be strategic about all of it, that is the biggest way to grow your business, is being able to hire good people, making sure they're taken care of, and you stepping back because you can't do everything in your business all the time. If you want to grow and you want to become this company mindset, you want it to work when you're not there, you have to kind of dish out the reins a little bit. You can't just be the only person. Because what happens if you get sick? What happens if there's something that comes up in your family's life and you can't fulfill that commitment you made and you don't have anyone there to help you? That could be make or break for a business, not for a company though. So one thing that I've learned that has been super helpful is really taking care of my people, making sure they're super happy, they feel very well compensated, they do a very good job. I train them to my specifications. They know exactly what I expect, what I believe we need to be offering, and they work super hard to achieve that, and they do a great job. And then in turn, I can kind of step back a little bit. I don't have to be that bartender that does every single event. I can be with my family, and I can be booking the next events, and I can be managing this business, this company. So that was kind of something that I had on my mind here today. Wanted to kind of start out the 2023, like posting on this channel with like that business versus company mindset, and kind of challenge anybody that might be watching this to kind of, where are you on that fence? Are you in that business mindset where you're still in the trenches, where you're just starting out, you're doing all the events, you're trying to save that money, bring that money in so you can maybe buy a trailer or build a trailer, or maybe offer, different packages where you're staging things, or maybe you're offering other services that you might need to pay to bring some stuff in first. So you're trying to like build up that capital. Or have you kind of already hit those phases and you're kind of where I'm at right now, and you're trying to switch that company mindset? You're getting everybody organized, you're helping them all out, and you're able to kind of sit back a little bit as far as the actual events go and just kind of watch it all unfold and make sure everybody has what they need and they're set. Another big thing with this I've learned, which has been heaven sent, so when you're booking clients, I have clients that they communicate with me and they're like, we love you, how do we get you? I challenge you, if you have different packages, to think about what's the package that gets you super excited, what's the price point that gets you super excited, where they would get you. If you're going to only do personally so many events a year, and you want to do like the biggest, best events, what's the number on your pricing sheet that they physically get you? Whether if it's your coordination services, if you're doing, wedding industry, event industry, whether it's your bartending services, you're bringing your entire mobile bar, you're doing a full mixer package with a consumables package, meaning you're bringing in all of the cups, the garnishes, the sodas, the waters, maybe you're setting up a coffee station, a hydration station, lemonades, waters, iced teas, those things. What's that number for you? I have another wedding vendor in this space, and she owns an event company, a planning company, but now she also owns a venue. And she said, what's the number where they get you? And then what are all your packages, different, a la carte packages that you have to offer? So if they can afford all of it, there's your number that gets you super excited and gets you out of bed in the morning. And if they can't do that, they can still have you because you have those range of options with your staff. The other thing that is super important too, and one reason why I started not booking myself for these events, unless we only have like one that weekend, they only want one bartender, I know that it's going to be a very good event, I want to work it myself, or maybe I know the clients, is because if we're doing multiple events and I put staff on and the staff says, yes, I want to work this one, I want to work that one, and they claim it, but then something comes up at the last minute, something with their children, something their family, they can't do it, they picked it up and they realize, I can't. Okay, staffing. When you have staff, you're going to have staffing issues sometimes, especially now post-COVID. So the best thing that I've learned is that when they can't do it, I am not already committed. So it is my business, my company. It is my baby. And okay, I wasn't booked for this weekend, but one of my bartenders cannot do it. I will just jump in and do it if I don't have another bartender that wants it. So we always have a buffer because I am always available in the background as a last resort. So that's the one thing is, and you can communicate that with your clients too by saying, hey, maybe you can't afford that ultimate package, but my bartenders are phenomenal. And another reason I do this is, again, more insurance on your behalf, because heaven forbid one of the bartenders can't make it or something happens, or you will always have me available. I am always there. I am always the buffer. This is my company. I have backup plans. I have a backup plan from a backup plan. And every customer that I've ever explained that to is like, oh, I never thought of that. Yeah, that's super important, because how many horror stories have you heard, especially post-COVID, where these vendors take clients' money and then the week before they say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Here's your money back. Well, that's great that they're giving their money back, and they should. However, now they're left without a vendor that they need, that they thought they were going to have. And now trying to acquire a new vendor within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month of your event is very hard. Trying to find a very qualified vendor in a month is insanely hard. Plus, you're probably going to have a higher charge now because it is last minute. So it is providing that extra layer of insurance to my clients when I can tell them, like, hey, I don't really schedule myself much for events anymore because I'm managing this company. However, it is great because no matter what, you will always have your staff, because if one of my staff cannot make it, then I am available to jump in and make sure that you're taken care of. We will never have to cancel on you. If we accept your deposit and we get the contract signed, that is that. Like, you have us no matter what. So, and that's why I also caution you, as you're building your company, to think about your ideal clients. And I have another video on my channel when I learn how to get all these playlists and things set up, that you might be able to see them here, like as you scroll down. But finding your ideal clients, because then if you're only booking one event that day, or if you can only book, 2, 3 events that day, you're going to get the best clients. You're going to get the most money for your time by getting those great clients. You don't want every single client. A lot of emails that I see now coming through when they say, I just need a bartender for 4 hours. I don't need anything else. And they want to quick hire you. They expect it for very cheap. And I politely say, like, I look, and sometimes we're already booked. But I also look and I say, hey, listen, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that that's a good fit for us. And we're not going to be able to service your event. I apologize. And I'll either refer another company, because there are a few that are popping up that are really good. And I do, want to share those referrals out. Or I'll just say, like, I'm sorry, we don't have anything that day, because why go to that event and possibly lose tons of other revenue that can come in when you find an ideal client that wants your full package, that wants multiple add-ons, that wants to do a 3-day wedding weekend instead of just a 1 day, where you're doing their rehearsal on Friday, their wedding on Saturday, and their brunch on Sunday. We've had clients that do that. Those are the clients that you want. Those are the ones that are really gonna, make your company grow and strong and give great reviews. So those are the things you want to hold out for. That is all I have for this video. Just some encouragement and thinking about, is your blossoming mobile bartending business or mobile business in general, is it a business or is it a company? And what is your mindset looking like, and which way are you going to go with your business or your company? Is it you? Are you all in? Or are you able to bring in other people to create a very strong foundation and build that company from the ground up? Kind of relinquish some of that control in the actual event that is going on, but being able to manage super successfully and grow your business tenfold, and see all of the positive things that can come from that. Because when you step back from the actual bartending, you're able to communicate more with the other vendors. You're able to collaborate more with the venue owners. You're able to make sure you're on top of all of your paperwork. You're able to make sure your bottom lines are being met. Make sure your stock is stocked, ordering things. It frees up that time for you to keep growing your business, keep your business healthy. So I encourage you to think about, are you a business or a company, and which way you want to go? Because before you know it, you could be 3 years in, 4 years in, 10 years in, and think, maybe I'm starting to outgrow this business. Maybe I'd like to sell it, or maybe, and if it's just a business, if it's just you, it's kind of hard to do that. It's kind of hard to sell, because how do you explain all of the things that you do? And will someone else be able to just jump right in and take that over? Or is it a company where they can see how much it's worth, they can pay you what it's worth, and you still have employees there that can go and get that done, that know what's going on, that can help that new owner? So I encourage you just to think about those things. Again, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I try and read through all of them, and I try and get back to you as quickly as possible. Please like and share these videos. And as always, please subscribe. Subscriptions are super helpful. The more that I can get subscriptions, the more content that I can produce. I am a crazy busy mom. I just had my second child. We are running this business. It's not just me posting videos about businesses. I'm actually running this business. I teach. I'm in college. I do all of these things, and they're all wonderful things. But I really want to expand on these videos and really share a lot of the tips and tricks that we've learned within our business and from, growing it into this company. And in order to be able to say, hey, I got to put this first, I need to keep building up those subscriptions, building up those watch views. So I really appreciate your time in watching this, and please let me know what you think. See ya.